Hey there and welcome to Infoworld. Today's video is about the 10 most toughest battle tanks. Each tank is competing for superior firepower, mobility, and strength, but these qualities alone no longer determine which tanks are the most advanced in the world. Today's most advanced tanks are defined by their artificial intelligence and remote operating capability. Top of the list is Panther KF-51. The Panther KF-51 is a German main battle tank that is under development by Rheinmetall Land System. It has a mass of 59 tons. It can carry a crew of 3-4. Commander and gunner present in the turret, a driver to drive the tank from the hull, and an extra crew member. Its main gun is RH-130L, 51 130mm smoothbore gun, and secondary armament of 12.7mm coaxial machine gun, 7.62mm Natter RCWS, and optional Hero 120 loitering ammunitions. Having a powertrain of MTUMB 873 Ka 501 V12 water-cooled diesel, it can produce a power output of 1103 kW at 2,600 revolutions per minute. Its transmission is the Renk HSWL 354, having a torsion bar suspension. Its fuel capacity is 100 liters. The Panther's maximum speed has not been disclosed, but it has a maximum range of 500 kilometers. On the second number is the M1 Abrams. The M1 Abrams is a third-generation American main battle tank designed by Chrysler Defense, which is now General Dynamics, and named for General Creighton Abrams. Conceived for modern armored ground warfare and now one of the heaviest tanks in service at nearly 68 short tons, sophisticated Chabam composite armor, a computer fire control system. It is manufactured in Lima Army Tank Plant and Detroit Arsenal Tank Plant. There were approx. 10,400 of these built. It has a 4-man crew consisting of a main armament M1, 105mm L52 M68A1 rifled gun, each having a secondary armament of 0.50 caliber M2 HB heavy machine gun, and 7.62mm M240 machine guns. It also has a Tusk explosive reactive armor package installed. It is powered by a Honeywell AGT1500 multi-fuel turbine engine producing 1,500 shaft horsepower. Coming up next is T14 Armada. The T14 Armada is a next-generation Russian main battle tank based on the Armada Universal Combat Platform. It was designed by Ural Design Bureau of Transport Machine Building, Uralvagonzavod, in 2014. Each unit costs about $4.6 million. Having a mass of 55 tons, it can achieve maximum speeds of about 75-80 km per hour. T14 Armada. S armor is 44 SSVSH steel. TS main armament is 2A82-1M 125mm smoothbore cannon. Secondary armament consists of 12.7mm cord machine gun and 7.62mm PKTM machine gun engine diesel double turbocharger producing payload capacity 42 rounds for primary gun and 2,000 rounds for. Its transmission is 12-speed automatic gearbox. Having suspension containing hydropneumatic suspension, its minimum operational range is 500 kilometers. It has a crew capacity of 3. Coming up is the K2 Black Panther. The K2 Black Panther is a South Korean main battle tank designed by the Agency for Defense Development and manufactured by Hyundai Rotem. Each tank costs about $7.8 billion. There were a total 260 numbers of these built. Mass is 55 tons. This tank can carry 3 crew members. Its armor is POSCO MIL12560H armor steel and Semyon Comtech SICK grade A, B non-oxide ceramic plate along with ERA and NERA modular add-on armor in addition to soft kill and hard kill active protection systems. Having a main armament of Hyundai WIACN 8 120mm 55 caliber smoothbore gun, and secondary armament containing 12.7 x 99mm K6 heavy machine gun, 7.62 x 51mm NATO coaxial machine gun. Engine Lot 1 has AMTUMT 883 Ka 504 short stroke, 12-cylinder water-cooled diesel, dry weight, 1,800 kilograms producing 500 horsepower, whereas 2-3 consist of Hyundai Tucson and Fracor DV27K4 long stroke, 12-cylinder water-cooled diesel, dry weight, 2,550 kilograms also producing 500 horsepower of power output. Lot 1, 2 have the Renk HSWL 295 TM transmission, whereas Lot 3 has SNT Dynamics EST15K. Its suspensio is the unarmed suspension unit. This tank, having a fuel capacity of 296 liters, has an operational range of 450 kilometers, achieving the maximum speed on paved road 70 km per hour. It can accelerate from 0-32 km per hour in just 7.47 seconds. Up next is Chinese T99. The Type 99 or ZTZ99 is a Chinese third-generation main battle tank. Designed and manufactured by Norincoth, there are 1,200 of these built. It is a 3-crew configuration having a mass of 55 tons. Its armor is classified. Anticipated to be welded turret with applique and modular composite, or reactive armor. The main armament is 125mm ZPT-98 smoothbore gun, and secondary armament is the QJC-88 heavy machine gun type 86 coaxial machine gun. Its engine is the 150 HP liquid-cooled V12 twin-turbo diesel 33.9-liter producing about 500 horsepower. It carries the torsion bar suspension having an operational range of 650 kilometers. It can travel at maximum speed on road, 76 kilometers per hour, and off-road at 54 kilometers per hour. On number 6 is the Leopard II. The Leopard II is a third-generation main battle tank originally developed by Kriegsmarine in the 1970s for the West German Army. The tank first entered service in 1979. It was designed by Kriegsmarine in 1970s. Its unit cost is €13-15 million, and 4 soldiers can handle this war machine. There were 3,600 of these panzers built, each having a mass of 66.5 tons. Its latest variant is the Leopard II A7 Plus. Its armor has modular protection kit with passive armor modules to offer 306 static protection to the crew from anti-tank missiles, mines, and fire. Its main armament is RH-120L, 55 120mm Rheinmetall RH-120, also supported by a secondary armament too, 7.62mm FN mag. Powered by AMT-UMB 873 Ka 501 liquid-cooled V12 twin-turbo diesel engine 479 horsepower. At 600 revolutions per minute, its transmission is Renk HSWL 354 and torsion bar suspension. With a fuel capacity of 1,200 liters, it has an operational range of 340 kilometers on road and 220 kilometers in cross-country, and an average of 280 kilometers. It can achieve a maximum speed of 70 kilometers per hour. Up next is the Leclerc is a third-generation French main battle tank developed and manufactured by Nexter Systems. It was named in honor of Marshal Philippe Leclerc de Hautecloque, a commander of the Free French Forces, who led the 2nd Armored Division in World War II. Each unit costs about more than $4 million. There are approximately 862 of these tanks manufactured. This 57.4 tons tank is driven by 3 crew members. It has modular composite armor with titanium and semi-reactive layers. GIATCN 120-26 divided by 52 120mm main tank gun. If we talk about secondary armament, it has a 12.7mm coaxial M2 HB machine gun and 7.62mm machine gun. This moving bunker is powered by a V8 XSACM 8-cylinder diesel engine producing 500 horsepower. It comprises of an automatic SESM transmission and hydropneumatic suspension. It has a vast fuel capacity 13 liters, which is enough for it to operate at a range of 550 kilometers and 650 kilometers with external fuel, at a maximum speed of 71 km per hour on the road and 55 km per hour off-road. Coming up is British Challenger 2. The FV4034 Challenger 2 is a third-generation British main battle tank in service with the armies of the United Kingdom and Oman. It was designed and built by the British company Vickers Defence Systems. The cost of one unit is £4,217,000. Around 447 of these Doomsday machines were built. It weighs about 75.0 tons with combat armor modules. And is controlled by 4 crew members. It is protected by Chabam, Dorchester Level 2. L30A1 120mm rifled gun acts as its main gun. And this tank is also protected by coaxial 7.62mm L94A1 chain gun X34 and 7.62mm L37A2 operator, or loader's hatch machine gun. Driven by Perkins CV12-6A V12 diesel 26.1-liter engine producing 1,200 by horsepower, having a David Brown TN54E epicyclic transmission and hydropneumatic suspension. Its ground clearance is 0.5 meters. THS tank can operate at a range of 550 kilometers on road and 250 kilometers off-road on internal fuel with a fuel capacity of 1,592 liters. Ninth on this list is Merkava IV. The Merkava is a series of main battle tanks used by the Israel Defense Forces and the backbone of the IDF's Armored Corps. The tank was developed in the Merkava and Armored Combat Vehicles Division of the Israeli Ministry of Defense, and most of its parts are manufactured in Israel. This tank's major flaw is its engine at the front, making it very vulnerable to enemies if it gets hits at the front many times. It was designed by Mantech. It costs about $4.5 million and weighs about 65 tons. It is a 4-crew tank having the potential to carry 6 passengers. Its armor is classified composite, sloped armor modular design. Its main gun is a 120mm MG 253 smoothbore gun, capable of firing LAHATATGM. On the other hand, this thing is also protected by one 12.7mm MG, Mk19 grenade launcher and 60mm internal mortar, 3 7.62mm MG. And 12. Smoke grenades. This piece of metal is driven by a 500 horsepower turbocharged diesel engine. Merkava IV has a payload capacity of 48 rounds. Rank RK325 is its transmission, and it has a helical spring suspension. Its ground clearance 0.45 meters, having a fuel capacity of 1,400 liters. It can operate at a range of 500 km at a maximum speed of 64 km per hour on smooth terrain, and 55 km per hour on rough terrain. Last but not least, the Type 90 tank. The Type 90 tank is a main battle tank of the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. It was designed and built by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. 3-man crew can monitor this 50.2 tons machine. This tank is protected by a modular ceramic, steel composite armor. Its main armament, Rheinmetall 120mm smoothbore gun with automatic loader. It has AM2HB 12.7mm machine gun and Type 74 7.62mm machine gun. Its drivetrain is a Mitsubishi diesel 21.5-liter 10ZG 10-cylinder, 2-stroke cycle, engine producing 1,500 horsepower per 400 revolutions per minute. Automatic Mitsubishi MT1500 transmission with hybrid hydropneumatic and torsion bar suspension. Its operational range is 350 kilometers at a maximum speed of 70 kilometers per hour. Please subscribe the channel to watch more videos.